Garrett Johnson here with Asterisk Talley. We're at the Solheim Cup, and you were just in the Ping Junior Solheim Cup, your second one. What was that week like for you? Obviously, a historical win for you guys.
Yeah, it was super fun. I feel like we were really prepared going into the week. We were really positive with the team. I feel like we knew we had a great chance of winning, and I feel like we just didn't get too ahead of ourselves. We just planned the week out, and then we pulled it through.
Yeah, well, I think about obviously match play is something that you've played so much, especially this summer. The girls junior playing in that and being so close. What do you take away when you get that close? And is it a balance of frustration and trying to do better next time, or how do you process everything?
Yeah, I feel like it's a balance of frustration and a learning process. I feel like I learned a lot from that tournament, especially going into Women's Am and Curtis Cup in this tournament. I feel like I just took a lot away from all of those tournaments.
What was your favorite part about Curtis Cup? Obviously, playing on Sunday was a huge accomplishment there, and that going first out and beating the number one, I imagine.
Yeah, I feel like that was probably one of my favorite parts. I feel like it was just great to be out there first and get that first point for the team, even though we didn't bring it home. But I think it was a really fun week. I feel like Sunningdale was just an amazing course. I feel like we all really had a great time there.
When you're going up against Lottie, number one amateur, and it's the crowd that you're going up against too at Sunningdale, which is home advantage for them. How do you process that? How do you balance and offset that?
I feel like I just try to stick to my own game. I mean, I was excited to play Lottie. I feel like we were going to have a good time since I played with her earlier in the week. But I think we just had a great time out there on the course. I feel like we had a lot of fun. We hit it well, and it was a great match.
Almost sounds like you guys are on the same team, like that familiarity there, right?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we have some familiarity with our games. I feel like it was a great match out there.
Well, you mentioned obviously different events in the summer, but the USGA, you always really wanted to win or want to win one of those events. What is it about the USGA events that's so special to you that makes you want to win?
I mean, I feel like the field is one of the greatest things about USGA. I mean, all of these people come from around the world, and then they compete at this one tournament that it's recognizable and everyone knows about it, and I feel like that's what makes it so honored to win an USGA event. I feel like it would be amazing.
Well, obviously Lydia Ko played really well when she was young and left high school early. Do you ever entertain those thoughts as a possibility that maybe you could leave high school early and get out pro and just get started with it, like get in these groups and just get going?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I don't really think about that a lot. I mean, I just kind of I'm usually always really busy, so I don't have time to think about what I'm gonna do in high school or after high school. So I feel like I do have those thoughts sometimes, but I don't really think too deep into it.
So it's just a matter of just kind of what do you want to see fall in place before you would make decisions like that?
I feel like just see where my game was at the time and see the opportunity that I had for doing what I love. I feel like if I could get that opportunity, it would be amazing, but I just have to weigh my options and see what happens.
How close do you feel like you could be to the pro game? Is that something that you're thinking about? Feel like you might be getting closer?
Yeah, I don't really think about it, but I feel like now I feel like I have a good enough game for it. I feel like I'm close to it, but I don't know if I'll go early or do anything in that sort.
And you got a chance to party with Lexi and all the U.S. team here when you guys won after that historic win. What was that like, the camaraderie like in that room with all those, obviously, the Solheim girls?
It was amazing. I mean, it was really cool. We all had a great time in there. It was a great night just to just celebrate us winning and to celebrate them for a great week to come. I hope they do well this week, and I know they're going to play really well.
And then just lastly, obviously match play is something that you're very proficient at and something that you seem to enjoy. What is it that you relish and embrace about match play?
I feel like just it doesn't really matter how really good you play in the end. I mean, obviously that's the point of the match, but I mean, it's not stroke play, so it doesn't matter what you score. It's just whether you're playing your opponent, whether you're beating your opponent, and I feel like that's a good point of match play is when you're playing in a field with a huge tournament, but it's match play and you're only playing against one person. It's a lot easier to not get ahead of yourself and not think about holes to come and your score basically.
When you're saying one person, like, do you get focused on kind of, do you try to read like their mannerisms and their emotions a little bit? Like, what kinds of things do you do to try to, get the upper hand, if you will?
Yeah, I feel like if I'm playing against someone, I usually try and like see if I know their game at all, see if like I have a feel for what kind of person they are, what kind of player they are, and then just play my best to kind of play against them in that way.
Well, Asterisk, appreciate the time and good luck the rest of the summer. It's been a whirlwind already for you.
Thank you.